Hey guys, what is today? I'm going to tell you the date, but I don't know it. It's January 17th. On the 6th, I woke up at 8 a.m. from a dream, and I'm gonna just, I'm gonna share it, because I feel like it might be a warning of maybe what's coming, and I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible without going into like a ton of detail. But I remember in the dream it was daytime. It was a clear blue, beautiful day, sunny, clear skies, not a cloud in the sky. And I dreamed I was coming home, and I just left the store, I guess, because I had a gallon of milk I was going to go put in the refrigerator. I know it was like summertime. It was warm. It was a beautiful day, just a beautiful day. But the house that I knew to be my home where I grew up was not necessarily my home. It kind of resembled my house that I grew up at, but it had parts to it that aren't actually a part of my parents' house. It was almost like a farm land kind of house. Like it had like a big barn or warehouse type barn, or just there was a lot of things to the house that aren't actually at my parents' house, but I knew it to be home. And a lot of my family was there. I think some people that I didn't know was there, and maybe some friends of the family. But I walked up the porch, and we were experiencing an eclipse that day. And but it wasn't like a big deal like the eclipse this past summer was. It was just something that, oh, well, this is cool. And I said, where are we at on this thing? And I put on these solar glasses to look up at the sun, and I seen the eclipse happening. Like, I thought, oh, we're just getting started. And then, bam, it just went really fast. The eclipse just went all the way across. And I thought, wow, that was fast. That happened a lot faster than I thought. And then immediately after that, I didn't have the glasses on, and I was looking at the sky, and I seen, in the dream, I thought it was a planet with a moon, but actually, I really think it was the moon in the sky in the daytime. You know how like sometimes you can see a full moon in the middle of the day on a clear day, but there was something in front of the moon causing a partial lunar eclipse at that very moment. As I was watching the solar eclipse, and then all of a sudden I was watching a lunar eclipse. I guess it may have been another planet, but I'm thinking it may have been the moon. I've been praying for understanding on this dream for a couple of days, and I just finally, I'm like, I think that was a moon. That was the moon up there. But something else eclipsed it, and I saw a super fast, almost like if you watch a video of how the shadow crosses over a planet during an eclipse, it was just like that. It was super fast, and it was way, way up in the sky, but I could see it so clearly, and I thought, wow, that happened really fast. And the shadow from this thing, and I saw the thing, it was white too. I don't know what it was. I still do not know what it was, but I seen it, and the shadow that it cast on the moon was huge, but it was still like a partial eclipse over the moon. I'm saying the moon. I think it was the moon, so I'm gonna say it's the moon. Um, and immediately, right after that shadow crossed over the moon, um, a plane out of nowhere. There was no plane in the sky. Out of nowhere, this white plane, and I didn't know what kind of plane it was. In the dream, I didn't know, but I knew it looked like it had its wheels down, and it wasn't like a Delta airliner or anything like that. It was just like a personal plane almost, but pretty big. Um, but out of nowhere, it came from the exact same spot where I saw the moon or the eclipse happen, and came straight down. And I thought, oh my gosh, this thing's gonna crash right into our house. Oh my gosh. And I kept hoping it would fly over, but it didn't. It crashed right down in the house, and it took out the whole middle part of the house, the whole middle part of what I knew to be my home. And as soon as it crashed, I was fine because I was on like the far side inside the house. I was on the far side, um, like the west side of the house. Okay, I'm just gonna say the west side of the house. And it went right directly in front of me. I seen every part of this plane go by, and um, I noticed that I noticed the tail end of the plane more than the front of the plane as it was crashing. And as soon as it went through, I started screaming, "Run, run, run, run! Get out of here, go!" And we just got out of the house and escaped. As soon as the plane was, it flipped straight up. It like overcorrected and went straight up, and then flipped over again and flipped onto the house and crashed and just obliterated the house. Um, and we went just running and screaming around the other side of the house, where away from the crash, like down, way down in the backyard and around. And my family was there, and they were talking about mowing the tall grass or something. That part is not real clear to me. That I don't understand much of it, but I remember seeing tall grass, but it wasn't grass. It looked like wheat crop or like an early corn crop. Uh, I don't know, but I know it was really green and really healthy, and there was just rows and rows of it. Um, and I never put down the gallon of milk. I had a gallon of milk in my hand, and I was going to put it in the fridge before I even looked up at the eclipse. Okay, so, but I never did get to put it in the fridge. I started to put it in the fridge as soon as that plane went through the house, but I never did get to. So I ran with that gallon of milk all the way around the house. Um, and, but when they were talking about mowing, and then I seen the tall crops, because they looked really, they had thick stalks and big leaves, and again, I don't know really what kind of crop it was. I just, anyway, that was pretty much it. But I'm thinking, and please go pray on this yourselves. I would love for somebody else to get a confirmation on this. I'm just throwing the understanding that I have just received tonight from the Lord in my prayer time on the stream. So just please take it and discern it yourselves with the Lord and see what He lays on your heart. See what He lays on you. So what I'm thinking this is meaning is the solar eclipse was a time marker. And I don't know if it was a reference to the past one or just something that I don't know when the next solar eclipse is. I haven't looked. But I do know there's a total lunar eclipse on the 31st, which is Tu B'Shvat, and I've made a video on that before. But the plane, I am pretty certain that it was a crop duster plane, like a crop duster plane, because where we were, the whole house seemed like a giant farm, a giant crop area, just farmland. And there was no other houses around. It was like we had just all the land ourselves. But I really feel like our house, our home, was representative of our country. And we know that the heartland of America is where the crops are, where the all the food is grown, and basically the whole middle of the country is farmland. And when I was standing on the inside of the house, the far side of the house, and the plane went through the middle, I think that represented the middle of our country. So the West Coast, I don't think is going to be affected by this first part. But the plane, well, I don't think the East Coast would either, I guess. Just the middle section is going to be impacted the most. But the plane went up and flipped over and crashed, obliterated the whole house, just blew it up. So I'm thinking the first part will impact just mainly the center of the country, and the immediately following that, the aftermath of that will be nationwide. It will affect everybody. I'm shivering just thinking about this, because I don't know, just this is the interpretation of my dream. So take it for what you will. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just my dream, and I've been getting several dreams lately. I'm still trying to process through them and figure out what is important and what's not. But I do think this could be a warning of something happening to our crops, the heartland, and ultimately our country as a whole. So please just pray for protection over our country, and pray for strength and protection over our farms, what the heart of America, the area of our country that literally keeps us alive. So yeah, I felt an urgency tonight to bring it to you. Like I said, I've been sitting on this dream for a while just because I didn't understand. But the Lord started revealing it to me tonight, what this dream meant. So please, I urge you to pray over it, and that's all I'm going to talk about tonight. I just wanted to bring it to you and get some people praying against destruction. Now the white plane, it being a white crop duster, I don't know if maybe it's God that's going to bring a judgment, or if it's just something that's going to happen. I don't know. I don't know. But anyhow, y'all be blessed, and I hope to see you on the other side of all of this. In Jesus' name, good night.